Colorado Lucky Explorer Ride Day 2 or Ride 2. This ride starts in Montrose up here and makes a big loop out into the National Forest and then back into the town of Montrose. The ride length is 88 miles and there is no options for gas during the ride today. So let's take a look at it in Google Earth and then we'll come back and discuss options in this map. Here's kind of a look at the overall. Here's Montrose up here, the overall terrain, and notice again it's sort of starting at the floor here and going up in a little bit into the mountains there, but of course you transition through this canyon area first here. So let's go in and again the blue is the dirt road, so let's go in and go to the red up here and take a look at what the single track looks like starting. You can see the track going, it looks like it's going off here, and notice there's a little bit of air. This line is what the Forest Service says, where it says the track should be, but of course it's off a little, and that's just sort of normal. Anyway, it looks like it starts kind of in the mixed forest here. That's kind of the first section. First section then transitions back onto some dirt roads. Let's go in and look. I was noticing earlier here, go in and look at this second section of single track, and what's interesting, it looks like it starts a little bit dirt road and then narrows down, but what's interesting to me is take a look at the forest here just in general. Look at all these downed trees everywhere in the forest. So I think there may be a good chance on this section of trail, notice it's a good long section here, on this section of trail that you're going to get to encounter maybe some logs to cross over or something. And oh, this ended up interesting. It looks like it goes down the power line here for a ways. I'm not sure why they've rated that as only motorcycles only, because it looks like it probably has other kinds of access. But anyway, that's kind of a look at the turf here, and here's another great long single track section. Then we go into these quad trails. That's this dark cyan color. And you have a choice down here of staying on the quad trail and kind of heading into home, or taking in this second section of single track. Let's go back and look at see if I can zoom in here, move it around a little bit, zoom in. Notice there is, so we're going to leave Montrose out. The interesting part is kind of in this zone here. So let's go take a look here. So you have, notice there's dirt roads here. Well, I've laid the trail out so you can decide to skip any of these sections of single track if you like, by staying on the dirt road, but that part you're going to have to figure out yourself. Here's another example of this whole single track section. On the map you have, you could decide to skip it and do the dirt road, and vice versa. Whether you did this single track and then you got out and you didn't want any more, you might consider taking this dirt road back, transitioning up over here and back down. Anyway, the forest is really laid out. Notice there are other sections of single track out here. This is a big single track section I decided not to include in today's ride, but anyway, that's kind of a good look at it. Let's take a look at, kind of just roughly for your info, the elevations. So Montrose looks like it's down here around 5,900 feet, and we're going to transition up to, let's see, we're 7,600 feet by then. Up in the forest here, it looks like we're 9,000 feet at the start of that trail. At the end of that trail, we're about the same, 9,200 feet. Let's go out at the end of this. We're going downhill. It looks like we went down to 8,600. And then off over in here, ooh, looks like you're getting nearly 10,000 feet. So it's 9,800 feet there. Should be some fun stuff going on there. Anyway, I think that's a basic overview of Ride 2.